Today I'm really excited to share with you a brand new addition to our farm, but first thing, just real quick, I'm going to share a little story with you about my grandfather. My grandpa Chester was born in 1915, so kind of before the Great Depression, but going into the Great Depression as in his teenage years. He raised chickens with his mother, and he learned to farm with his father, but he also really enjoyed school and started working for the FBI in New York City. That is where he met my grandmother. They moved back out west and they raised 5 children, including my mother, and my grandpa worked hard as a lawyer, had a lot of side hustle, little business ventures off to the side. Among those ventures, he always grew a large vegetable garden. My grandfather worked so hard in his life, they were blessed to amass a good deal of wealth and have passed that on to their children. My mother recently sent us a portion of this inheritance, and while it would be so easy to just spend all of it on inflation priced groceries right now, I really wanted to use that money for something more permanent that would give a more long-lasting blessing to my family. Something that could have a story behind it that we could tell our children in order to remind them of their great-grandparents and in order to pass on to them the values of hard work and faith in God. This is my new greenhouse. Come on in, I'll show you. So it's an 8x8 greenhouse, and the Gothic peak style is valuable for a couple of reasons. This style greenhouse has less seams than a shed style greenhouse, and so there's less places for heat to leave. Also, it helps to shed snow and rain easier than a less peaked roof. The shed builder also said that the shape is stronger, and so it needs less cross bracing than a traditional shed shape as well. So what we need to do next is we're going to build some benches in here so I can start. I've got seeds started in the garage already that are ready to come out here. So we need to we're going to build some benches so that I can start bringing out my seed trays. One of the things that was really hard for me about leaving our last home and coming out here to the homestead was actually leaving behind my greenhouse that my dad had built me at that house. And it's so silly because there's so much more to offer for our gardening and homesteading needs at this property, but it still felt a little bit like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I'm so excited to have this greenhouse now because I'm not a step back anymore. I'm back right where I was, right where I left off, and then even more some on our new property. So I'm just really grateful for the opportunity that we had to acquire this greenhouse this year. And so I'm just really grateful that it's here and all ready to go right when I need it, and I'll start bringing my things out from the garage.
Do you want to do the screw? Stop.
All right, we had a beautiful 58-degree day to work on this project, and so here we go. We've got a bench. So as you can tell, it's pretty high, but we haven't done any flooring yet. So the idea would be at least, I'm not sure completely what we're gonna do. Our last greenhouse had gravel in it, which worked well, and we also, I don't know, maybe we see if we know anybody that's got an old pile of bricks laying around, so we could, brick it too if we wanted, but there's definitely going to be at least a couple inches of flooring, so that's why it's pretty high right now, but that's what lined up with this cross member right here, so that it can make this really nice work area for us. And I like it with the hardware cloth across it, so that then soil or things can trickle through and not make a mess. And there's still plenty of support to hold all the things. So let's go get my first couple things from the garage to put in the greenhouse.
All right, I'm recording.
Okay. So I have my pre-sprouted ranunculus, which I probably, look, they've got nice great roots on the bottom. I probably will be
Wait, show me the roots again. Oh, very nice roots. Okay.
Which I probably will be planting these out under cover soon. And then here's my onions I started. Little onion forest with the, that's the Utah tall Spanish sweet, Utah Spanish sweet tall. That's those ones. And then this one is some little snapdragons and coleus. And I will pot those onto their own pots soon. And then I've got some sweet peas that have started. So I still have some of these inside that are sprouting in the warmth, but as soon as they sprout, I'll bring them out too. So.
You stay out, guineas.